Hey YouTube. So I finally finished a little boat that I've been working on. It's well, if you can see it, it's about 4x8. It's roughly based on some dimensions from a channel named Sick Fishing, and it's floating. He didn't have any videos of his floating, but I just wanted to prove to you guys that the design is sound. So let me see here. What I've done is basically make a frame and then use 11/32 plywood. I was trying to keep the weight down. I know that's pretty thin, but then you can see I also kind of put in little sections for a false bottom here where I actually want to put my weight. For that I used a 1/2 inch plywood, so it's plenty sturdy. And then I didn't really want to shell out the dough for you know, epoxy and fiberglass and all that. So what I essentially did was, and it's got 3 keels on the bottom. I'll post some pictures of my construction process along the way whenever I get this video finished. But I basically used, it's made by Loctite, and it's some sort of, it's for like roofing and flashing. It's some sort of real black, rubbery kind of caulk material, and it's supposed to be UV proof and waterproof, and but it's still flexible, but really strong as well. So I basically just put a bead of that around all the seams on the outside and the inside, then used a little caulking knife to cram it all in there and get it spread out good. And then for the bottom of the outside, I used some liquid Flex Seal, the black stuff, and then painted it on. I feel like the spray stuff wouldn't have covered as well, so I used just a brush and painted that on all the surface on the bottom, and then up a few inches on the sides and the back and the front. And so far it seems pretty good. I think I have a tiny little leak here. I've been sitting in the water for about 10-15 minutes, and that's all that's accumulated. And I think all that is if you can see right here on the corner here, they say measure twice, cut once. Well, whenever I was cutting the sides out, I cut this one about 1.5 inches too short and had to cut a little strip to put there. So there's an extra seam there, and I don't know if the water is seeping in through the holes where I put my casters on the bottom of the back, or if it's just somewhere in that little seam. But I feel like it's really slow, so I feel like I could probably just put another layer of that flashing material on all of the seams and any little possible hole down there, and I think that'd be sufficient. So anyway, the walls are 17 inches high, and the hole is only sunk a couple inches down into the water, so it should have plenty of capacity for me and a buddy. I've got a little 10-pound weight there that I can use as my DIY anchor. That should be sufficient. But so far so good. Initially my budget was to keep it below 150. I think I probably surpassed that by 70 bucks. I think I probably got about 220 in it when you count the paint, and then the little tubes of flashing material were 6 and some change a piece, and I think it took about 3 of those, 2.5. So but then the other half that I've got left I'll be using to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. But anyway, so there it is on the water. And I will start some music for y'all, and then just post all the pictures I took along the way as I was constructing it. All right, be well.